Here again, I was trying to be sneaky by picking up this oil, even though I didn't need it. I was in an area, for some reason I thought oil was a pretty hot commodity. They've had this for probably 15 turns now, and it's just not selling, and it's actually really hurting them now. So they could put together a run. They need lead and cattle times 2. They have 3 compartments. Lead and cattle, I mean, that's a perfect run. They're coming back through Omaha, Duluth, and then back down to Mexico City, which is kind of their hotspot right now anyway. They keep making that long run, but it's sure paying off. They can't put that together, so what they'll probably do is run the cattle and then have to come back for the lead, if that still makes sense to do. Kind of a bummer. I forgot. Yeah, they still have some movement out of here. So they're going to have to go back north, see if we can take anything with us. We're not getting all the way up there. I think this is a pretty solid run without having to go pick up nickel anywhere. Yeah, I mean, it seems like each player is getting the cards that the other player needs. This would be a great run for red. They have the track built already, they have the network in place, but it's not to be. So they'll make this small $18 million run for Omaha that'll take a couple turns to complete. I think they still have. Now red's putting a run together to pick up tourists and tobacco. They're kind of counting on getting over to San Francisco to pick up some sugar. Sugar seems to be really hot, and San Francisco is the only place it is. I thought about maybe picking up 2 tobacco and coming down to Mexico City, but they don't have any track down here, so they're not going to do that. They'll just stick with San Francisco and Phoenix. Lex really needing to make a push. They're working on getting into that 6th city. So they're going to go for Seattle because they have a run coming up to Billings. But they need to come all the way down to Mexico. They're going to pick up some... Oh, you know what? I did that wrong. He wants to build this way. I'll have to fix that. He's going to build here instead of coming back here. But has to come back down to Mexico, pick up some textiles and some more coffee. And then back up to Duluth. That's been his run. If it was me, I mean, I don't need to win the game. I like a nice steady run that is consistent and pays well. And then he'll go over to Billings, and then it's opening up that last lane. He's probably not going to use that track, but kind of part of the gaminess of it has to build it. However, red is at 150 million in grays, and then this extra. So, and with a big run coming up to Cincinnati and a smaller run to Jacksonville. But maybe while they're on the East Coast, they'll pick up some rice and then head over to Toronto. Thought about making this dual Mexico City run, but that's a lot of track to build at this stage of the game. Maybe it's not. Yeah, I don't know. They'll think about it. That's not a bad run. They'll be in Cincinnati. They could go down. Yeah, because they're passing through San Francisco. They could pick up the fruit, head to Cincinnati, pick up some tobacco, and then come back down. That's 60 million right there, getting them ever closer. 60 million for the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 17 million. That's not a bad run. We'll see. It's definitely leaning in red's favor. I keep showing the whole map, but it's kind of hard to see what's actually there. Black was able to deliver their textiles to Duluth. They're on their way to Billings to drop the coffee off. They're going to head over to Portland, using mostly their track, but a little red track, to pick up some wood for Chihuahua. But while they were in Duluth, they got the word that Torreon also wants some wood, so that's going to be pretty handy. This will be cleared up. They'll have 2 openings. That'll be a nice run. It's a long run back down, but you know, $63 million bucks. It's not too bad. Red did decide to go the Mexico City route, and instead of taking black track down, they're just going to take the long way. It's kind of getting into that stage where they're wanting to preserve money as much as possible. They did end up having to spend money to get into Cincinnati and into Mexico City here. They're going to make all that back though. So right now it's mostly just moving, counting track lengths and moving. But it's going to be a good couple of turns for these guys. He's making almost 40, and then it's going to take a while to get back down to Mexico, but that's going to be a good move for him. And Red just delivered their Mexico City run, which is 60 million bucks. They are at 228, and they need 250 to win. So they're going to be looking for 2 good cards to come up for them that they can just make a quick $22 million run. Let's see, Veracruz, they might do that. Veracruz is here, and the textiles are made there. That's 13 for, yeah, that's probably not worth it for them. It'd be a $5 million net if they used Black's track. Portland wants imports for $12 million. Las Vegas wants silver for 27. So silver's made here. They might pick up the imports here. Go to Durango on Black's track. They can build in here to pick up and then get up to Las Vegas and Portland and probably nail this thing down. Black is sitting at 144. Not too hot comparatively. Making some good runs. He's gonna get a good chunk here, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. And that's a long way around. Coming here. I looked at building track straight through here. I think it's too late in the game for it. It's going to be about 20 million here, and it's really just cutting out, I think, 1 turn, maybe 2 turns. 20 million for 2 turns at this time. Maybe that's worth it. These are the decisions I'm terrible at making, and probably why I'm not very good at this game. So we'll continue. Looks like Red's going to win. We'll see if they can pull it out, or if Black can come back. So Red was able to deliver the silver to Las Vegas. Calculated the Portland run, they would be at 248. They're too short because of having to use Black's track. It was still cheaper than buying new track in there, but it did leave them $2 short. So while they make their Portland run, they're going to look at going to get some oats from the Midwest, and then maybe even just take Black's track around, because then they'll have, that will net them enough to push them over. So it looks like a foregone conclusion. Black's about to deliver their wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3. So they can deliver this one. That's 34, and they'll get a new card. See if there's anything here they need. Where's Guadalajara? Down here, that's probably not worth building track for 11. They need their 34 bucks. And they'll deliver this one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To Chihuahua for another 29. I'll do that. And they need to figure out what they're going to do with this now. Maybe going back to... Yeah, maybe it's worth picking up cotton. Let's say they're... It's 150 to... Yeah, they're 211. And they probably don't have the time. let's see if we can figure it out. Black delivered the cotton. Got a card that wants fruit in Portland. I think they're going to be 2 turns short. So what they could do is put a run up to Seattle by way of Durango, picking up some textiles and just using for 4 turns red track. So that's 16 bucks. The Portland run almost covers it. With the rest of the Seattle profits more than making up for it, getting to 250. However, it's red's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can pick up their oats. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So they have to pay 4, which they do happily, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Black's going to be a turn short. I'm going to play it out, but we'll come back and take a look at it. Red is in Portland, delivered their imports and oats for a total of 270. They have their 6 cities connected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're actually in all 7 now. Black needed 2 more turns. They're sitting at 230. So they were 20 bucks short and 2 turns short. So that's the game. This is my napkin to wipe off the board. Actually enjoyed it solitary even. I think I've played it once before solo just to kind of get a feel for the rules. I really like a 2-player, but solo it was an interesting optimization puzzle. I don't know what I do wrong in this game. I don't know if I get tempted by the short routes or too long routes or what, but I'm generally not very good. I was kind of playing, like I said earlier, the black player as I generally play. Things like this, I don't know that I would typically do. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. But the red player pulled it out. The Mexico City run, I think, really nailed it. Part of Black's problem was making this long run. They probably could have made it a little bit more efficient. Just coming straight up here, paid the extra money just to have that option there. I don't know. But that's Empire Builder. A lot of fun. As far as train games go, it's more about the pick up and deliver efficiency. It doesn't feel as much like running a railroad like something like Silverton does. It doesn't have the stock market like an 18XX game. But for the route building and pick up and deliver, it's really good. It's a very it can be thinky, but it's a low intensity game. There's not a lot of conflict. You can kind of get in people's way. Black built this, so then it's kind of hard for red to build in here, that kind of thing. But it's not confrontational. So it's a good kind of afternoon game. Open a bottle of wine and take your time running through delivering goods as efficiently as possible, or not in Black's case. We'll put that on 2 because they were 2 turns short.